बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा,
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
भारतीय संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा, ज्ञान और विज्ञान यहीं से सबने पाया सारा, सबने पाया सारा। कुछ भूलों से हारा फिर से जीते देश हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
शील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी,
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी, वैज्ञानिकता विनय सभ्यता स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी, स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी। देशभक्ति में तेजस्वी हो फिर समाज यह सारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
शिवाजी बुद्ध गगन के तारे,
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
महावीर गोविंद शिवाजी बुद्ध गगन के तारे, परंपरा की पुण्य चेतना उर में हम सब धारे, उर में हम सब धारे। बाल हृदय में उसे जगाकर जगे देश यह सारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
सारी दुर्बलता को राष्ट्र समर्थ बनाओ। बंधु भाव समता ममता से सबको गले लगाओ, सबको गले लगाओ। चलो विवेकानंद मार्ग पर, शुभ संदेश हमारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा। भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, 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 गीता परिवार हमारा।
अधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं, मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरम्।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं, मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुराः पाणिर्मधुराः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सत्यं मधुरम्।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं, मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरम्।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं, मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
हरणं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरम्।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं, मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जोदायकु फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति हूँ लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे। लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग पर ताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरना मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय।
सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसारथिं संस्थापकं वीरम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्।
Jai Shri Krishna, with blessings from Yogeshwar Krishna and in the Sukshma Upasthiti of our Param Pujya Swami, Shri Govindadev Giriji Maharaj. Let me bow down and seek their blessings before the start of the session. Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. A warm welcome to all the sadhaks who have joined this session to hear the Vivechan on the third part of third chapter, that is Karma Yoga. We all are really blessed to be associated with Geeta Pariwar. Week after week, the interpretation sessions on the shlokas you learned that week would also enlighten you with deeper meaning of Gita. Now it's time for prayer before we start the session. Prayer is considered to be an integral part of our culture and it's an expression of our devotion. And today, L.B. Anjana Devi ji is going to recite prayer. Didi is from Bangalore and was a teacher and now a homemaker. Didi joined Geeta Pariwar in February 2023 and is a sadhak in L4 and giving seva as tech assistant. As her hobby is singing, may I request Anjana Didi to recite prayer. Didi, please.
जय श्री कृष्ण दीदी।
Jai Shri Krishna. Yeah.
वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। श्रीकृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। जय श्री कृष्ण एवरीवन। थैंक यू दीदी।
Thank you, Didi, for that melodious prayer. Now it's time for Deepa Prajwalan. Shubham karoti kalyanam, arogyam dhana sampada, shatru buddhi vinashaya, Deepa jyotir namostute. That means I bow down to the light of the lamp, which brings wellness, health, and prosperity and destroys enemies and bad thoughts. I bow down again and again to that light. May I request Smita Raviji from Bangalore to do the honors of Deepa Prajwalan. Didi joined Geeta Pariwar in November 2024 and is an Uttam Sevi, giving seva in various fields like tech assistant, giving training to techs, tech mentor, adding team, class monitoring, etc., etc. Didi, please.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः वरदां शारदां नुमः।
Thank you, Didi, for a devotional and beautiful Deepa Prajwalan, which has created a divine aura in this Zoom platform. I would like to inform all the participants that you may ask questions once the session is over. Please raise your hands only after the session is over. I'm extremely glad to announce that Learngeeta has completed 5 years, and we would be celebrating this achievement from 22nd June, that's from tomorrow, to 3rd August, online and sorry, and offline. We request all to be part of this celebration from their own places. Details would be shared in respective groups. Let's all celebrate this occasion in grandeur. I also request everyone to share the link of this Vivechan to your near and dear one. And you may also please note that on 28th and 29th, there would be Geeta Sevi program in English and Hindi. Please do watch so that you can choose what to do Seva in. Yeah. So now it's time for the most anticipated part of this session. Our speaker for the day is Senior Trainer of Geeta Pariwar, Shraddha Raodeo. She is a native of Nagpur and now residing in Hyderabad. Shraddha Didi has been conducting Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā classes at her residence for more than 9 years and is a disciple of Swami Govindadev Giriji Maharaj. Didi joined as a co-trainer in online Gita classes since October 2020. Didi is in various teams in Geeta Pariwar and is an ELPO trainer and trainer for the Bhopal jail class, where many sadhaks have completed Pathik exam, that is by hearting of 12 chapters. Didi is giving seva as trainer, examiner, vivechak, and heading class monitoring team. Didi is associated with Balagopal, Hyderabad from over 8 years to inculcate Indian values and Hindu scriptures in kids over 5 years of age. Didi is president of Geeta Pariwar Hyderabad. She is an electronic engineer and has a postgraduate diploma in IT systems and management. Didi has experience of being mobile application developer and team leader for more than 13 years. Over to you, Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, everybody. Am I audible? Before I begin my session, I want to just confirm if I'm audible, Mala Didi or...
Didi, we can't hear you, Didi.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to just ask whether am I audible or not.
Can everyone hear?
Jai Shri Krishna? Jai Shri, okay. No, Dr. Romaji is saying I'm audible, not audible. Okay. Sandhya Didi, am I audible to you? Sandhya Didi, the tech Didi. Not audible, they're saying. Okay.
The sound is a little bit small.
Okay. I'll try to be a little we'll see eventually, but I think yeah, poor audibility. Okay, let me just try to be a little louder. Let me know if it is low. I will join from another device. Okay. A very warm welcome to the session, all of you. I think now I should be audible. Okay. Chaliye. Jai Shri Krishna, a very warm welcome to this session, all of you. Let us begin with a prarthana. Hari Om. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Haraye Paramatmane, Pranatah Kleshanashaya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayadina Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavat Vingite Bhavatveshihim. Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha. Hari Om. Chaliye. Let us all begin with today's discussion. And before we begin with today's discussion, wish you all a extremely blissful International Yoga Day. We all are connected to each other through different means, and this is a beautiful day to connect. We all connect on a different front. We all are today. We all are going to be uh, discussing Karma Yoga. And as the word yoga, today is International Yoga Day, and it is worthy taking a minute to understand what yoga means in the literal sense. What most of the people believe is yoga. Usually, people just see it in a way as if it is the means to have a fitness for the body. But this is not just a fitness for body. When we are talking of yoga on yoga day, we have to also take a moment to appreciate Bhagavad Gita as a complete comprehensive yoga shastra. What Swamiji says every time is that Yoga Gita is a complete yoga shastra. Complete yoga shastra means what? It not only talks about the physical aspects of the yoga, but also the intellectual, the spiritual, and philosophical aspects of yoga. Everybody has to understand the what is the basic meaning of this word yoga. Yoga word comes from the root word of behind yoga is yuj. Yuj is the root word behind the word yoga, and the word literally means to join. Yoga is from the word yuj, and the yuj dhatu actually means to join, connecting. And when we are discussing karma yoga, when we say that we are connecting with karma, we are connecting ourselves with the Paramatma through karma, connecting to Paramatma through the karma, that becomes karma yoga. And that is what we are learning today. So, what we are focusing on so far is not just connecting through the physical sadhana, through the dhyan. All these things are important, but one very special thing, a vishesh thing that we learn in Bhagavad Gita is that we can connect with God by the means of our karma. Our karma, our actions, our daily actions can give us so much siddhi. It can really empower us to such an extent that we can connect with Parampita Paramatma. For instance, if a grihini thinks that what am I doing? Only, doing this normal household work. Should not believe that there is no means left to connect with the work, no means left to connect with the God. They can connect with the God through their own sadhana, through the sadhana of her work. A teacher whose job is to teach should consider that this job, my job is what is my greatest sadhana. I am doing this job to connect with the God. When we do any work with that devotion, with that intention, our karma, our daily actions become karma yoga, they actually become a worship. They become the real worship. And these principles we were learning from the last session, very beautiful principles we had seen, and we had seen how the work has to be done, how the work is done by great people. We had also seen that there is a special category of people who need not do lot of work, and they are the ones who have got all the siddhi, who have already achieved the have achieved the siddhi, where even they are free from doing all work. Why? Because they have mastered the art of detachment. And there Shri Krishna has also told us the some characteristics about great people, about knowledgeable people. We had completed up till the 25th to 26th shlok, where we had seen how the people who are completely attached with their work, they do their work. How sakta karmanya vidvanso, how the detached people who are excessively attached to the karma phal do their work, and how the people who are not attached should also do the work in such a way, but for what? For loka sangraha, that is for the betterment of the society. And we get to see such example a lot on this International Yoga Day. There are so many yoga trainers I know who, without any attachment to the to get recognition, who without any attachment to earn money, they are serving the society. On International Yoga Day, we see so many communities holding these different celebrations, holding these different kind of yoga celebrations, teaching yoga for free. So many people. For what? For loka sangraha. Means what? For the betterment of the society. Such karma yogis, we take a moment to bow down to all such karma yogis, all such yogis who are dedicatedly working for the society. And gradually, we should also, while doing our own work, we should also focus on seeing how much we can give back to the society, how much we are giving back to the society, considering our karma as yajna and giving back to the society. These so many beautiful things we have seen in this particular chapter. And then from the 26th shlok, we have seen where Shri Krishna says that those who have achieved the mastery in detachment, those who have completely detached themselves from the world, from the karma, they should and have become knowledgeable, they have become jnani. Such people should not confuse others. Na buddhi vedain janaye dadnyanam karma sanginam. What is the normal tendency of people? Sometimes people tend to underestimate the ones who are working for money. अरे ये क्या पैसा पैसा कर रहे हो? Sometimes we get there is a tendency for very spiritually enlightened people who do lot of sadhana to say certain things like what you are running behind money. But we have to understand that that is also required. At least for them, they are doing some karma, and while doing that karma, eventually they are going to reach that place where they will also be attaining lot of knowledge. We have come to a place where place like Learngeeta and understanding the principles of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita at no point of time is telling you to not enjoy your life. It is at no point of time telling you not to detach yourself from the world while being attached to the world. How we should live? We should have internally we should be detached. Hmm? It's like there is a very beautiful example we will see in the shlokas today. Sri Krishna himself has explained this with a beautiful example of a lotus leaf. We'll go to those shlokas today gradually. And today we have to start our discussion from the 27th shlok, which talks about what is it that is controlling our karma. We are born as human beings as a part of this nature. This nature is made up of three gunas, and all the actions done by these by human beings are done under the influence of these three gunas. Let us start seeing from the 27th slok. Prakrite kriyamanani gunaih karmani sarvashah ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate. Ahankara vimudhatma. What has happened with Arjun in the first adhyay? What he has thought? He has started believing that I am the one who is doing this war. I am the one who is responsible for the death of all the opponents who are standing against me. But that is not the case. They have, by the means of their karma, already invited their own death. In the 11th chapter, when you will read the 11th chapter in the next level, you will see Shri Krishna has shown the future to Arjun in the Vishwarupa Darshan. And there he sees that these people are already entering the mouth of Kal. So, by the destiny, by their own karmas, they have already invited death to themselves. And Arjun has got the responsibility. In the 11th chapter, you will see Shri Krishna will say, Nimitta matram bhavasavya. I have decided their destiny is there. If you are the cause, you are just one nimitta to establish, to accomplish that cause. Sometimes, when we were talking about Geeta Sevi, Mala Didi was talking about how Geeta Sevi, when we start doing Geeta Seva, sometimes there can be a time when people will start feeling feeling, I am doing so much Gita Seva, I am teaching Bhagavad Gita to many people, I am doing this. At that point, we have to control our ego. Ahankara vimudhatma. We, under our ego, we start believing that I am the one who is teaching Bhagavad Gita. I am the one who is helping others. No. Nimitta matram. We all are, all our Gita trainers, we all are what? Nimitta matra. Just a cause to teach the Bhagavad Gita. Shri Krishna has decided, this is decided, that there will be a wave of Bhagavad Gita to help all his devotees, to help all the devotees, and in that wave, each of the Gita Sevi is getting to become a nimitta, a cause, a small instrument to achieve what has already been decided, to achieve something that is worthy of achieving. And in this process, we have to understand that if we get this ego, I am the one who is doing this, I am the one who is doing ahankara vimudhatma, kartahamiti manyate, I am doing that, deluded, confused, delusioned by our ego, we start believing that it is me who is doing it. However, who is responsible for doing it? Gunai karmani, kriyamanani, prakriti kriyamanani, gunai karmani sarvasha. All these gunas at the moment when we registered for our Learngeeta classes, our sattva gun was very high. Under the influence, some people might be under the influence that, oh, my friend is learning, I should also learn. Rajoguni, because they have, I also should not be detached from it. And gradually we all have to move towards the sattva gun. But initially, this is the process. Under the influence of gunas, we all were under the influence of sattva guna, and we all have landed up in this discussion. But we have to understand, we cannot keep an ego that I am the one who is doing it, I am the one who has started this Gita Seva. No, we are all nimitta. This had to happen, and because of our karma, because of our sattva gun, we are here. And in this context, Shri Krishna elaborates. Now that Arjun has Arjun has been told what all is important, he is telling to Arjun, listen Arjun, I am guiding you on something that is truly beneficial for you. But you should not have this ego. And Shri Krishna says that pay close attention, listen carefully to what I am telling you now. What Shri Krishna says, Tattvavittu mahamaho gunakarma vibhagayo guna guneshu vartanta iti matva na sajjate. Hetu mahabaho, what has happened? Guna karma vibhagayo. What has happened? Shri Krishna has divided the entire society, everything, all the karma that is coming on in our portion, in our responsibility, what is coming as our responsibility is originating from what? From our own swabhav. Guna karma vibhagayoho, tattva vittu mahabhava. All this, whatever Shri Krishna is telling, he is telling that all these things are coming from what? Are coming from the gunas. Because of your guna, you are being selected as a Brahmin. Because of your guna, that you like you like to play with arms, because of the because you have that strength to operate the arms, you have become a Kshatriya. So all these gunas are within you. Guna guneshu vartanta iti matva na sajjate. In between these qualities, in between all these objects, what is happening? Iti matva guna guneshu vartanta. The quality, these gunas are increasing. What happens? I am developing something. I have a liking for something. My liking for something, it develops further when I am trying to satisfy this liking. All the different subjects around me are engaging me, and all these gunas are always increasing. They are also, controlling each other, and all of them iti matva na sajjate. All these things na sajjate. Sajjate means attached, and not without knowing that we are actually a part of this prakriti, which are under the influence of the gunas. what is happening? We are just getting attached to the attached to the subjects instead of understanding that my liking for music is coming from my rajogun or from my tamogun, anything. We are what we are doing, we are just forgetting this fact, and what happening, we are just getting attached because of the body. Now, this is the this is the Tattva Vittu. This is the understanding of great people. What great people? Tattva Vittu means the knowers of the truth, those who understand, who are knowledgeable people. They understand this, that everything is coming from the gunas. But the understanding of common people is not this. We, as common people, have a lower level of understanding. But the great people, the knower of the truth, they understand that this entire guna karma vibhaga yoho, the divisions of the qualities. The guna karma here is, the karma is originating from rajogun, tamogun, and sattvagun, and all these are together creating this effort, this karma. But what is the knowledge of the common people? Prakrite guna sammudha sajjante guna karmasu tana kritsna Tana Kritsna Vido Mandan Kritsna Vinna Vichalayet. Now, Prakrite Guna Sammudha. What is happening? This Prakrite, all these Prakrite, hey, this Guna Sammudha means the people who are completely confused because of the gunas. They don't realize that they are acting under the influence of the Rajogun, Tamogun, and Sattvagun. The people who are deluded by the gunas, they are coming from where? Prakriti. These gunas are originating from the nature. Prakriti guna sammudha sajjante guna karmasu. They are all under the actions of this Prakriti. They are all doing everything under the actions of the Prakriti. And Tana Kritsna Vido Mandan, because they do not understand this completely, they are not understanding what is happening. Kritsna Vinna Vichalaye. They are completely Kritsna Vinna. Kritsna Vit means such a person who is under the influence of the Prakriti. They do not understand all these things. For them, the people who have knowledge about this, they should not confuse all these people, because they are not going to understand. They are already thinking that I am the doer. They do not understand this entire concept. For them, kritsna vinna, kritsna vit na vichalya. The last charan basically is kritsna vit, means the one who totally understands all these prakriti and guna. They should not go and bother them. Let them, na buddhi bheda, we saw just the last shlok, right? Na buddhi bhedam jane, do not create a confusion for them. Tattva Vittu people, just these three shlokas as a summary, I will try to explain you as a summary. 27 shlok says that do not create a confusion for them. You are knowledgeable, you don't need to do the work, you are able to do it with detachment, that is fine. Don't tell the ones who are not detached. They are not having the capacity to understand all this knowledge of detachment. They are not having the capacity to understand that we are working under the influence of gunas. Tattva Vittu people understand all this. Somebody is saying not audible at all. I don't think it is possible to not be audible at all, because many others are able to understand. So those who are able to hear me, please reply if you are able to listen or not. I'm sorry about this.
Yes, Didi, we can hear you, Didi.
Yeah, just put it on the
Yeah.
chat window. So thank you very much.
Yeah, actually, I have put again. I
no
will do. Yeah, I will do that. Yeah.
So, I think I'm very clearly audible, because everybody is listening carefully. I can see everybody's videos. Okay, so what Shri Krishna has told in these three shlokas is we are not supposed to be confusing the others. We are not supposed to be confusing those who have understood, those who have the complete knowledge. Kritsnavit, the meaning of this word Kritsnavit means somebody who understands this play of Prakriti and play of the gunas completely. Such a person. such a person is not supposed to be navachale. Do not confuse those who are akritsnavit. Tana kritsna vido mandan. The ones who do not understand, those who have little less understanding, all of them should be what? Should understand, should not be confused with um, uh, should not be confused because of our knowledge. Do not confuse others with your knowledge is basically what Shri Krishna is telling. Okay. And then after this, now so far these three shlokas, it might be little confusing, it might be a little difficult to understand, but whatever we have learned so far is very important. But what we are going to read next is one of the most important shlok. Geeta padhe, padhaएं, जीवन में लाएं. This is what our Swamiji has told us, right? Geeta padhe, padhaएं, जीवन में लाएं. Now, when Swamiji has told us in this perspective, what are the different shlokas that can give perfect meaning to your life, which can perfectly help you understand which can perfectly help you understand Bhagavad Gita, get it in practice. Amongst those few shlokas, the next shlok that we are going to see is a very important one in this context. What is this? How to do this third thing? We all know Gita padhe. Everybody is able to read third chapter nicely. Gita padhaye, that also you will be able to master. But Jeevan mein lai is the most difficult part, and in that Jeevan mein lai, how to do this third thing is answered very beautifully in the next question. Especially when many people say whatever Didi you are saying is very confusing. It is very convincing also that yes, we have to do it, but it is difficult to get it. For such people, we have to understand how to manage the balance for such things. So the next shlok is very, very important. Listen with full concentration. This one shlok, if it is brought in practice, it is equivalent to getting the entire Bhagavad Gita in life. This is not what I am saying from my side. It is what Swamiji has said. So that this is how, that is the importance of this 38th shlok. Let us listen to it with full concentration. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya chetasa nirashir nirmamo bhutva yudh vigatachvaraha mai sarvani karmani sanyasya chetasa. Now this is very beautiful. What we do when suppose a mother is cooking for the child, what she will say, I am cooking for my child, I am doing this for my, everything that we do. When person is going to office, we say, I am earning for my family. We have some central place, central kendra for all our karma. What Shri Krishna is saying, all your activities, you focus those, make me the center of all the karma that you are doing. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya chetasa. Dedicate all your karma to me. Give all your karma to me. Do everything for me. So when a teacher is teaching, just think that I am doing this for Shri Krishna. I am making this entire generation, I am preparing this entire generation for whom? So that my dharma is protected. I am preparing the next generation. When a teacher is teaching with this attitude that I am doing this to satisfy my God, when we start any task, what we have to say? Hey Krishna, I am doing this for you. You be happy. We do the task for everybody else's happiness or our own happiness. When you start anything, what our saints will say, whether what happens or not, you be happy. You be happy with what I am offering to you. We make prasad also. We'll make the prasad what people in our house like. We will make the dishes, but the way they like it. Our everything is focused with what, how I like, what my child likes, what my husband likes. Their liking is important as a part of your duty. But ultimately, in my children, in my family, in my husband, in my students, in my colleagues, I should be able to see that Ishwari Tattva, hey Ishwar, I am doing everything for you. Nirashir nirmamo bhutva yudhyasva vigatajvaraha. And in all this, how you are doing your karma? Nyas here, when Shri Krishna has said in the second charan, sannyas don't think it is the sannyas with that Bhagava dress, orange dress. No, it is not that sannyas. This sannyas is safely giving all your karma to the God. We keep a bank account, isn't it? We have a bank balance. What do we do when we are depositing something in the banks? What do? We deposit the money, we keep an account of it, we are depositing everything, carefully depositing for safety. Like that, all the karma for the you, it is applied, it is given it to, I am safely giving it to you. Sanyasya Dhyatma Chetasa, and the important word here is Sanyasya Dhyatma Chetasa, Adhyatma Chetasa. Not just by mind, not just saying Shri Krishna Paramastu, and in the mind thinking, oh, what am I going to get out of this action? No, by the mind, Chetasa, from the inner self. It has to come from within. It cannot be just by mouth. It cannot be just by saying it. It has to come from within. From within, you have to take that sannyas, not just external sannyas. The sannyas that Shri Krishna is telling here, you have to take a sannyas from your karma, not in literal sense, but from the sense of being a karta. And what you have to do, that has to be taken from within. Not just external, but internal, from within. And from within, if we have to do what we have to be nirashir nirmamo bhutva. Means what? Nirashi, free from all the hope. We don't have to worry about what will I get, will this be successful or not. Arey, Shri Krishna ke liye kaam kar rahe hain. I am doing this everything for Shri Krishna. Then what with the success is also the headache of Shri Krishna. I am going to give the best effort. What happens is his wish. When that is done, then that is nirashi, being nirashi. Now, some Geeta Pariwar volunteers, they go to different schools and different places to ask if we can teach Bhagavad Gita. And sometimes they'll become, oh, this is not working out. We don't have to worry about the success rate. Even God is not worried about the success rate of the people. They only look at your efforts. God is also looking at your efforts. Like that, we have to do all our efforts. In which way? Nirashihi and nirmama. Now, this word nirmama, it becomes confusing for some people. Think nirmam means nirmam hatya. Not that, not cruelty. Nirmama. There are two words. Nirmama. Mama means what? We have the habit of doing this mama. This is my. Mama in Sanskrit, literally, it means mine. Mama pustak. Mama mata, mama pita, mama putri, mama my. Everything. The success is my. The credit is my. Everything is focused on this my. Shri Krishna says, be nirmama. Leave this ego. Do not be free from the ego. That free from the egoism, free from that aham tattva is being nirmama. So what we have to stop doing? We have to stop expecting anything in result. Immediately after doing something, we have this expectation, oh, this has been done by me. We have to stop having such expectations and stop having any kind of, apprehensions, and stop having the ego that we are the doer. And once we do that, what Shri Krishna says, Yudhyasva vigatajvaraha. Now, don't take this word Yudhyasva very literally. Like Shri Krishna is not asking us to go and fight in the battles. Yudhyasva, because this is happening in the battlefield, Shri Krishna has said Yudhyasva, but for us, actually the order is what? The order is that you have to be free from all the ego. You have to start doing your actions. Yudhyasva. For us, what is the I'll just disconnect from the other device. For us, what is the order from Shri Krishna? The order is that you have to be free from all ego and do your karma. Yudhyasva here doesn't mean go and start fighting. Yudhyasva, fight the battle that you are having within you. whether I should do this, I should not do this, how to do this. We are always struggling with all these thoughts. We are always battling all these thoughts. So Shri Krishna says you have to do your karma as if you are battling all these thoughts. And Vigata Jvaraha. This is a Jvara. Jvara means what? Fever. What is the fever that Arjun had? I am the doer. I am not going to do this. I don't want to do this. I want to run away. This kind of fever, sometimes it comes to us also, that we want to run away. Shri Krishna says, you be free from such a fever. Be free from such a fever. Vigata Jvaraha. You be free from such a fever and you will be able to succeed. Now, when Shri Krishna says, offer your karma to me, everybody has a common problem. They know, how to do that. They try, but this is not happening. We try that we want to do it, but still, some apprehension is happening. And is there any process by which we can do this? For this one small thing, what we do, how our classes are conducted. 40 minutes class, we start with a prarthana, we end with a prarthana. So what happens naturally, what is done between these two prarthana naturally directly gets offered to Shri Krishna. One small prarthana, and we all go to Rishikesh Shibere. There, Swamiji teaches, has taught us a very beautiful prarthana. It is a very common bhajan also, where every morning, just remind yourself, see, these things are going to come with habit. Today I have heard the Vivechana of 3rd chapter and now I want to be sannyas, Adhyatma Chedasa. It doesn't happen like that. In one day, it doesn't happen. It is a practice. So what we should do every day, start of the day, we just remind ourselves. With this prarthana, कर प्रणाम तेरे चरणों में, लगता हूँ अब तेरे काज, पालन करने को आज्ञा तब मैं नियुक्त होता हूँ आज. Remind yourself with such a prarthana. Whatever I am doing, kar pranam tere charanon mein. Every morning I decide whatever I am going to do today, I am going to do only to make you happy. I am going to bow down to you and then I am going to start my work. Lagata hu ab tere kaaj. This is not my work, this is your work. I am doing the work, your work, and it is palan karne ko agya tava. This work that I am doing it as if it is your order to me. If I am taking care of my family, it is an order of Shri Krishna to me to take care of my family. If I am doing some work, a doctor, an engineer, an accountant, or whatever I am, a social worker, I am. Why I am working? Palana karne ko agya tava. To, as if this is your order to me. And then what this prarthana second part, अंतर में स्थित रह कर मेरे, भागडोर पकड़े रहना, निपट निरंकुश चंचल मन को सावधान करते रहना. It is not in our capacity to control this mind. That mind sitting within us is saying, ये तो मेरा है, this is mine, or this. So my hands are not saying. All the work my hands are doing. The mouth is doing the vivechan. It is the one which is doing the vivechan. But who is the one who is claiming all the credit for that? It is our mind. So what has to be controlled? The mind has to be controlled. Nipata nirankusha chanchal manko. This mind was sitting within me. It is very chanchal. It is running here and there. You please control it. Give the control also to Shri Krishna. You control my mind, because it is not something that I can control. Whatever I do, I want to offer my karma to you, but who takes away the credit? My man is taking away the credit. You control my mind. अंतरयामी को अंतस्थित देख सशंकित होवे मन, पाप वासना उठते ही हो नाशला जिससे वह जलबुन. May all the bad desires go away and provoke me to do good tasks. This kind of prarthana we have to do. And understand that whatever the next para, there are three more paras I will quickly cover. This is a very beautiful प्रार्थना. जीवों का कलरव जो दिन भर सुनने में मेरे आए, तेरे ही गुणगान जान मन प्रमुदित हो अति सुख पावे. Whole day I am listening to lot of noise from everybody. Jivo ka kalrav means what? The people around me. There is so much distraction around me. Everything is attracting me to themselves. Somebody is telling some gossip. somebody is giving some Netflix link, the mobile is attracting me. All this is color, all this is the noise from our surroundings. So what is happening? All these noise that is coming to me, sunane me mere, this noise is coming to me. But hey Krishna, what you have to do? May attach me with yourself. May me I be so involved in your songs, in praising you, that I should always be happy only in your. This all these sounds, I don't want them to attract me. I want only your song to attract me. There's a small incident of Tilakji. What Tilakji had done when there was he was in a big city, and then there was, nowadays we have these music bands and all. No? That time there was some Sangeet one thing that had come, and there his colleague said there is a very beautiful they call it musicians, they have come to our city, let us go and listen to their songs. They say very beautiful abhang, very beautiful bhajan, let's go. Tilakji says, you go, because now my situation is such that I have heard the most beautiful song in the universe that has been sung by God Himself. After listening to that song, there is no other song which enchants me. He's talking about Bhagavad Gita. He says Bhagavad Gita is the greatest song of this universe, sung by Sri Krishna Himself. After listening to that song, there is nothing else that enchants me, that attracts me. So I don't want to listen to anything else. Then तू ही है सर्वत्र व्याप्त हरि, तुझ में यह सारा संसार, इसी भावना से अंतर भर मिलूं सभी से तुझे निहार. This entire world is occupied by you. You are the one enveloping this entire world, and this world is within you. May we remind ourselves, we should keep reminding ourselves of what? Of this one bhav. We learn Bhagavad Gita, we chant Bhagavad Gita, but this essence of Bhagavad Gita we forget, that this is what Sri Krishna is telling, that the entire world is within me and I am the holder of this entire world. So many places in Bhagavad Gita, 13 chapters, 2nd chapter, everywhere he has told this. 12th chapter, we'll find a mention everywhere. He is the one who is the creator, and he is very much present in this universe. प्रतिपल निज इंद्रिय समूह से जो कुछ भी आचार करूं, केवल तुझे रिझाने को बस तेरा ही व्यवहार करूं. This last para is exactly what is told in this particular shlok, 30th shlok, that whatever action I am doing, pratipala nija indriya samuh se, with my own indriya. What are my indriya? My hands, legs, karmendriya, jnanendriya, whatever karmendriya, my action, the sense organs which help me do any actions, the sense organs which help me think, jnanendriya, whatever I am doing with these two, all that, may it be only to appease you. May it only be to make you happy. I am learning Bhagavad Gita. All of you are Gita sadhaks. You all are learning Bhagavad Gita. For a moment, just say, I am learning it to make you happy, and see how easy it becomes. Sometimes people say, I find it very difficult to become a Gita Vrati. It is becoming difficult to learn, memorize the shlokas. Just try this. Say, I am learning it for you. Hey, Shri Krishna, it becomes Shri Krishna's responsibility to ensure that you have memorized the shloka. Bas tera hi vyavhar karu. Whatever actions we are doing, we assume that this is the God's business and we are just His employees and doing it. When everything is done in this way, then what will happen to them? Shri Krishna explains in the next shloka. Ye me matamedan nityam anutishtanti manavaha shraddhavanto nasuyanto muchyante tepi kalbhavihi. What happens? Ye me matamidam nityam. Those who are doing their regular job with this kind of practice, with this kind of mentality, what will happen? How are they? First, Shri Krishna has given an adjective for them. Those who are anutishtanti manavaha, all the people who are doing it in this way, they are how? First, Shri Krishna is praising them. What he says? Shraddhavanto. Such a people are full of faith. They are shraddhavantaha and they are anasuyantaha. Anasuyantaha means they are free from all kinds of irsha, jealousy. They are the ones with pure minds. Only a person with pure mind and somebody who is full of faith can do what we discussed in the 38th shloka. So if we do our task in this way, Sri Krishna says such a person is Shraddhavanta and Anasuyanta. The corollary also applies to the one who is Shraddhavanta and Anasuyanta, that is free of jealousy, free of all the malice, and is full of faith. Only that person can do the task in the way it is described in the 38th shloka. And for them, what happens? Muchyante tepi karmabhihi. They will be free from all the actions. What is happening? We are doing an action, then we are getting a reaction, and then we are in this circle of life and death. But once we have mastered what has been told in the 30th shlok, what happens? We will be free from our own cycle of karma. And further Shri Krishna says, Ye tvetadabhyasuyanto nanutishtanti me matam. In contrast to what is told in the 31st shlok, in contrast to that, the people who do not do the work in this way, for them what Shri Krishna is saying, Ye tvetadabhyasuyanto nanutishtanti me matam sarvajnana vimudhanstan with nashtana chetasaha. For those who do not follow this way of working, how are they? Tvadabhya abhyasuyantah. They are abhyasuyantah. They are not of the pious mind. They are attached to these worldly desire. Na anutishtanti me matam. Those who do not follow my teaching, the way of practicing the work, the way I am telling you. What he's saying about them? Sarvagyana vimudhanstan. They are deluded. They are completely confused. They are completely free from all knowledge, do not have any knowledge. Vidhi nashtana chetasa. They are achetasa, devoid of any description. They are dooming towards their own destruction. Because what happens if a tamoguni person is in contact with a tamoguni person? You have seen in the 14th chapter, Adho Kachanti Tamasaha. Like that, those who are not enlightened. Tamogun is basically what? It is ignorance. If you continue to do the work in your ignorance, if you continue to do the work without having the knowledge, without having any satvikta, Vidhi Nashtana Chetas, understand that they are going to get destroyed. Vidhi means understand, know that all they are heading for what? They are heading for a doom, they are heading for a destruction. So that is very important. Then what Shri Krishna says, what he has told further, that is very important again. Sadrishain cheshtate swasya prakriter jnanavanapi prakriti yanti bhutani nigraha kinkarishyati. So Shri Krishna has so far told that you have to do the work. What happens? The ignorant ones, they still want to believe that I am only going to do, I am only doing this work. They are still full of their ego. But what Shri Krishna says, if you do feel, now what Arjun was telling, that I will run away from this battle and do what? I will do, take bhiksha. I will ask for bhiksha. I will beg. I will beg for alms. That is better than living such a life, he has said. What Shri Krishna says, even if you do this, even if you think that, I will forget all this knowledge, forget all these things, and I will do what I want to do. Shri Krishna says, because of your prakriti, because you are prakriti yanti bhutana tigraha kinkarishyati, you will not be able to control yourself. You will be dragged to your own behavior. Swabhavala aushadha, in Marathi they say, whatever is your nature, there is no medicine for that. A person who is a thief, who is very, very habituated, no matter how much knowledge you are giving, that person will continue doing the same task. He will continue that same job. If somebody who is very sattvic, who is, just cannot, without doing puja, I see, especially in South, we see there are so many people I meet, especially our volunteers, some Telugu volunteers, they will say, no, without puja, we just can't eat. So if they are in a journey or anything, no, we just can't. They are used to that. nigrah king karishyati. Their prakriti is sattvic. So it is not just a negative prakriti, but positive, negative, sattvic, tamasic, all of them have this thing that you will be controlled by your prakriti, by your swabha, by your gun. There is no way you can do that. You cannot follow that restraint. The restraint cannot be followed. Further, Shri Krishna explains, Indriyasyarthe ragadveshau vyavasthitau tayornavashamagachetau yasya paripanthinau. And in all these, here Shri Krishna is giving an caution. In all these things that we are doing, all the things that we are accomplishing by the means of our sense organs, what is happening? Indriyasyarthe. We are engaging our sense organs in different subjects. Like if somebody likes to listen to bhajan, those are very soothing to me. So I have a attachment towards this. The attachment to something that I like, it becomes what? It becomes a raga, means attachment. Now there is something, suppose a food, a lot of beautiful, many dishes are served to you. Say, pancha pakwan and all that is served in prasad. Just assume that lot of prasad is in front of you, or lot of food, lot of delicacies are there. There are certain things that you are going to like. This is my favorite. Some people like sweet, some people like tangy. They have rag attachment to it. There are certain things that we don't like. Spicy, somebody like me, I don't like at all, if I was going to say. So what is happening? That is that I have a dvesh towards that kind of food. There are certain types of songs. Oh, this is the kind of songs I like. The other I don't like at all. Even in our actions. See, when we say raga dvesh, if we say tell people that we have raga dvesh towards people, people immediately retort saying we don't have any raga dvesh amongst within us. But analyze your personality. Raga dvesh is present in some or the little proportion in everybody. That praman, its quantity increases or decreases, but it is very much prevalent in all. In the home, we do so many activities. Let's take the housewives. They also do so many activities, like cooking, cleaning utensils, cleaning the house, all this. In that, some actions are their favorite. ये काम तो मुझे बड़ा पसंद है. Cooking I like, but cleaning after that, I just don't like. We have an attachment to certain things, and detachment, it is very much there, whether we accept it or not. Raga, dvesha, vyavasthitau, this is always there. In whatever actions we do, we are always controlled by what? Raga, dvesh. Then what happens? Then we want to do only a certain type of activity. In our Learngeeta, there are so many actions, so many activities to do, so many teams. 45 plus teams are active. But any team, most applications come for trainers. Why? Because trainer dikhta hai na samne. Everybody wants, I also want to become a trainer. Nobody wants the back end team. No. That back end job, I want to, appear on the camera. That rag, that is attachment towards it. Then opposite is there. Even if whether you say it's not that I don't dislike the other activities, but there is definitely, if something you like more than the other, means the dislike is coming naturally, whether you admit it or not. So what we all are under the influence of this kind of raga or attachment and dvesha, that is the dislike towards certain things. What Shri Krishna says, do not be influenced by all. Why? Because these two things, this raga and dvesh, they are tau yasya paripanthinau. They are paripanthinau. You know what paripanthinau is? Paripanthinau are the robbers. They are the enemies. Like if you are, in a journey and there are robbers who, take away everything from you. They are the robbers on the way. Like that, rag and dvesh are your enemies. They are the robbers. They rob of your sadhana. Whatever we have spiritually we have achieved, whatever spiritual sadhana we have achieved, they are going to rob it off. They are going to take it away from you. When I create this kind of distaste or special liking for something, then what happens, my perception of equality, it goes down. And what happens, because of that, I like certain things, I dislike certain activities, and that creates a divide in my mind. And that divide, it brings my spiritual quality to a lower level. It robs you of, and that is why Shri Krishna says they are paripanthi now. They are lowering your sadhana. If I am selective, I only want to be a trainer, I don't want to be a back-end team member, I don't want to be a this, this is higher than that. If we bring that thing in our perception, what will happen? We are lowering our sadhana. That is what Shri Krishna says. And in that, sometimes what happens, though it is not my job, I want to do that job. Though I am not being told, sometimes if just imagine if there is an event where there is one speaker, there are some people who have to be around the stage to manage the stage arrangement. Everybody wants to be a part of the stage arrangement. Nobody wants to take up that cleanliness committee or the other committees which are not very visible. Everybody wants to do with the stage decoration. It's such a thing. But I have been assigned a Swachhata committee. Just imagine that I'm organizing an event, and a person has been told that you are a part of the Swachhata committee. He says, what is there? Everything is clean. Let me go and help the people who are decorating the stage. Everybody is want to go and do there. But my job is what? It is to take care of my own duties. Because of this raga dvesh, we get confused about our own karma. What is my duty? We get confused. And in that context, Sri Krishna gives a very important message in the next shlokas. What we have to do, this raga and dvesh are creating confusion in our head about our own karma. In that case, Sri Krishna says that what is important? Shreyan swadharmo vigunah paradharmat svanashtitat swadharme nidanam shreyah paradharmo bhayavaha. Now, many people, misunderstand this, not misunderstand, that understanding is also correct. Some people say that, my dharma, you should not get converted to another religion. Your religion, for your religion, you should die. That is all important. Some people interpret it in this way. That is also not wrong, because in modern context, that is also true. We should follow our Sanatan Dharma. But when Sri Krishna has said these shlokas, all these other, they are not dharma, they are all just different communities. They are different communities. So they were not even existing. Here what Shri Krishna says, in the entire Bhagavad Gita, the word dharma basically means any activity that is meant for you and is going to be a means to take you for the higher up, that is going to take you towards your sadhana. So your own karma, which is backed by satvikta, it becomes a dharma. What Shri Krishna says, Shreyan Swadharmo Viguna. Even though there is a flaw in my dharma, I see a flaw in my dharma. So sometimes the nurse will feel, what is my duty? I have to take care of all of them. Always, the patients are crying, irrespective of me giving so much treatment to them, they are shouting at me. Sometimes they are scolding me, jor se mat maro, injection, all those things they are telling. They could see the flaws in their own karma. This is viguna. That is, means I see a flaw in my own karma. Even if you see a flaw in your karma, remember that that is the best thing for you. Even if we see that, my job is less paying, but I'm a teacher, I'm creating the next generation of the society. What happens? What is the trend happening nowadays? The teachers are going for management jobs. They want to all become admins and managers. Why? Only for, like, this is because financially rewarding. That is financially rewarding. We all associate everything with what we are getting in return. Shri Krishna says, no, that is not right. Because your job, your activity, your dharma is the most superior for you. Shreyan Swadharma. Swadharma means your own karma, your own action. If I am an ISRO scientist, that is the best job for me. Whether I am spending so much time, I'm not getting, time to spend with my family. All those problems might be there, but what is happening? That is the most superior job for you. For a businessman, that is his most superior job. He should not think. There's a teacher should always feel that this is the best job for me. when we say Swadharma, it is the dharma which you have chosen. If I have chosen to be a social worker at the beginning of my career, then it is something I have chosen owing to my gunas. That is the best karma for me. It is going to take me to what? To ultimate liberation, to moksha. So I will be happy doing the job, even if this job has some flaws. But this is what I want to do. Sri Krishna is telling that. We know Veer Savarkarji, what he was a great lawyer, so highly educated. When he was in England, people wanted him to stay back and serve their country. He was such a knowledgeable person. But what he said, no, my dharma is calling me back to my country. Here he was suffered so much. So much jail, so many accusations which continued for decades. In spite of all that, that is Shreyansa Dharma we got. Even if it is happening, that is still my way to liberation, because it is my Swadharma. Rabindranath Tagoreji's father, he always wanted his sons to stay abroad. Though he was a very intellectual person, he wanted them to learn English and become great writers and all that. He wanted them to learn English. But when Rabindranath Tagoreji explored Sanskrit, he fell in love with Sanskrit. He said, "No, I am from Bharat. I have to learn this language." He was a great Sanskrit Pandit. We have seen his composition in Bengali, English, everything, but very few people know that he has got all that inspiration from Sanskrit language. He studied Sanskrit. He studied Sanskrit, Shreya. He said, "No, this is my Swadharma. It is my job to pursue what is Bharatiya way of education." He came back. "No, I want to study here." Hmm. It's, whatever is our karma, it is meant for us, even if it is less superior, even in the view of others and in our view, if it is less superior, it is meant for us. You all have seen aquarium, right? What is filled in aquarium? Aquarium is filled with water. The fish lives in that aquarium and is happily striving. Now you see milk. Milk is more costlier than water, right? Water 20 rupees liter maximum. Pure water, aquafina, this pure water, and milk 40 liters, 40 rupees. So it is more precious. Now, instead of water, if I fill the aquarium with milk, what will happen to the fishes? I have given something more precious to the fishes, no? But no, pani ka kam pani karega. When we need only water. With the water, the work of water will be done by water itself, even if it is less costly. Shreyan Swadharmo Viguna. Paradharma Bhayavaha. Paradharmo Bhayavaha. That paradharma, even if it looks good, milk is costlier, much more costlier. Forget about milk, ghee, more costly. Isn't it? Ghee is costlier than milk. Fill the aquarium with ghee and then see what happens. So it is not possible to live for the fishes to live. It is costlier. But what is happening? Paradharmo bhayavaha. It is that the same is the case for us. Everybody should feel that my work is my life. My work is my worship. It is something that I'm offering to God. When work is done in such a way that work becomes your kamadhenu. It becomes your kamadhenu. What is kamadhenu? A cow which fulfills all your wishes. It not only fulfills your worldly wishes, it also fulfills your alokik wishes. It gives you divine qualities. We have seen now this season, I'm not sure if you all are aware, this is a season where Varkaris, there is a community in Maharashtra, they start walking from their own places from across Maharashtra. These people in white dresses, white topi, these Varkaris, they walk towards Pandharpur. This Pandharpur, Vitthal Bhagwan is there. We all must be knowing. Now, how did Vitthal Bhagwan come there? Because of Pundalik. How was Pundalik? Pundalik did only one thing. He has served his parents. That he said, no matter what is happening, I'm not leaving my parents. He did his job in such a way that from entire Maharashtra, the Varkaris are going to take the darshan of Vitthal Bhagwan. This Vitthal Bhagwan had himself come to take darshan of Pundalik. He said, Pundalika, I came to see you because you are a great bhakt. So with his own karma yoga, with the karma yoga that Pundalik has followed, what he didn't go praying to Vittala, Vittala, leave my parents, leave everything and keep doing Vittala. No, what he has done his own job, and he did his job in such an expert way that Vitthal Bhagwan himself had to come and at his door, stand and wait at the door of this devotee. I want to see you. I'm waiting to see you. That is the power of karma yoga. And we all start feeling, अरे हमारा ये काम करके क्या होगा? We feel as if we are stuck in some slush. It is not like that. Our karma, if done in the right attitude, done with full happiness and devotion towards the karma, this is going to be liberating. Look at Kundalik for this, how it has liberated him. And then Shri Krishna says something very important. It's not Shri Krishna. After having said all this thing is, as Arjun is just like us. What he has done, I understand everything what you have said is fine. We all also feel inspired. Karna hai. We also want to do it. But then what happens? There is something within us that pulls us back, isn't it? Same thing Arjun is saying. Even I want to do, but there is something that is pulling me back. And Arjun is very beautifully putting that doubt in front of Shri Krishna. So what Shri Krishna has told so far, that Shreyan Swadharma Viguna, you have to do all your work. But Arjun says, I want to. Somewhere I know I want to go ahead with the battle. But there is something which is I'm not able to control, and this mind, it is not helping me to achieve what I want to do. What Arjun says, athakena prayuktohyam papancharati purushaha anichanapi varshneya baladeva niyojitaha. What is that within us which is compelling us to commit a sin? Though I want to do my job properly, I want to do all punya karma, but there is something within me which is compelling me. This Duryodhan also has said this in Mahabharata. What he says, Janami dharmam nachame pravrittihi. I know what is dharma, but I am not provoked to do it. Something within me is not provoking me to do it. Janamya dharman nachame nivrittihi. I know what is adharma, but I cannot free myself from that adharma. Kenapi devena hridistitena yatha niyaktosmi tatha karomi. There is some God within my heart. It is telling me whatever it is telling, I am doing. That something is your mind. This is not Duryodhan of 5,000 years back. Even the Duryodhan within us is saying the same thing. This 5,000 years back, Duryodhan said this shlok that I know what is dharma and adharma, but I am not able to do. The Duryodhan within us, after 5,000 years, is also saying the same thing, that I am not able to pursue whatever you have told. For that, Shri Krishna says, listen very carefully. What is it? This last few shlokas, just I know time is extended, but just pay attention. Very important what Shri Krishna says here, that I understand your problem. Now what I am telling you, listen to it very carefully. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Kama Esha Krodesha Rajo Guna Samudbhavaha Maharjano Mahapapma Vidhyena Miha Vairinam. Two biggest enemies of our life, of our karma, are originating from this Prakriti. They are resulting from one guna of this Prakriti. This Prakriti is made up of three gunas, Rajogun, Sattvagun and Tamogun. And in these three gunas, there is one special gun which drives us to action. And what is that gun? It is the Rajogun. Along with the Rajogun come two important things. What are those two things? One is the Kama and Krodha. Kama, that is excessive desires, and the Krodha, that is anger. What happens? We want something. I want a bigger house, bigger car, bigger something, the bigger name, fame, all these things we want. And if we don't get, then it is followed by Krodha, that is anger. So these two, this Rajogun, along with the Rajogun, these two are coming. These two are the driving forces. What they gradually destroy us. And what the way Shri Krishna has described it, if we understand it, we will be very inspired to stay away from them. What Shri Krishna says, Mahashano Mahapapma. They are Mahashanaha. Ashana means appetite. They have a huge appetite. Kama and Krodha. They can never get satisfied. Somebody with huge appetite, what will happen to them? No matter how much you feed them, they will continuously keep eating. Mahashana, ashana means appetite. Mahashana, mahapapma, they provoke you to do, they are sinful. They will provoke you to do lot of sins. So they will eat you up, everything. Now, here when we say Mahashana, Mahapapma, one small thing, what Yayati has said about Kama, he says it is like just putting fuel in fire. How much desires you fulfill, they are never going to get fulfilled. They are always going to, come. Human being never stops desiring. The more we get, the more we want. Hmm? And just like, so this karma is one thing. And like Duryodhan comes with his brother Dushasan, this karma comes with Krodha. So if it is not fulfilled, what happens? We get angry. And when they both start controlling us, what happens? We turn into the enemy of our own sadhana. So Shri Krishna says, Vidhyena miha vairinam. Understand that these are your enemies. Recognize them as your enemies. Further, Shri Krishna gives a beautiful example. Dhumena priyate vahnir yatha darsho malena cha यथोल्बेनावृतो गर्भस्तथा तेनेदमावृतम्. And what do they do to us? We saw recently this Air Force airplane crash is a very sad thing. But you saw how when there is a huge fire, it engulfs the entire, the smoke, you just imagine. It has hidden everything what is inside it. So this calm and Krodha, what they do, they just like how the smoke completely engulfs a fire. It completely, envelops the fire. Just like that, this calm and Krodha, what will happen? They are going to conceal your entire intellect. Hmm? Just they will be covering your entire knowledge. Just like a mirror. There are many examples in this. One is Dhumena Diyate Vanir, the smoke covering the fire. Yatha darsho malena cha, a mirror. If it is covered by dust, what will happen? You will not be able to see yourself, right? You do not recognize this. Yatholvena vrito garvastene tatha tene damavritam. Just like this, what happens? How the womb is covering the embryo within it, and how the dust is covering the mirror, just like that, all these the growth and karma, they cover our what? They cover our intellect. They completely cover our intellect. That this is the intellect word is coming in the 39th shloka, 38 and 39. Avritai jnanametena jnani avritai jnanametena jnanino nityavairina kamarupena kaunteya dushpurena nalena cha. So giving examples, Shri Krishna explains that how these are covering the fire and the mirror is covering our image. Just like that, these are covering what? Jnana. Avritain jnanametena. They are covering our intellect. Jnanino nityavairina. They are nityavairina. Not just one's enemy, constant enemies. These are our constant enemies. Means what? They are constantly with us and they are constantly in the form of enemies only. Kamarupena kaunteya dushpurena nalena ja. They are completely, unappeasable. You cannot completely satisfy them. They are going to be your enemies, and they are going to be, resulting in your own destruction. Like there is, during the certain times there is this fire. There are these small insects which are very attracted to the fire. They are seeing that the other insects are attracted to fire, and when they are entering, they are burned down. They are not coming out. Even after seeing that, the insects are so attracted to the fire that they still go and result in their own, destruction. That is the problem. Shri Krishna is explaining that these two are resulting in their own destruction. Then Indriyani mano buddhir asyadhishthanamuchyate etair vimohayatye shajnanamavritya dehinam. Indriyani mano buddhir asyadhishthanamuchyate. So what is happening? This Indriyani, where what is, now we have understood that these are the biggest enemies. Kama and Krodha, these are our biggest enemies. Shri Krishna is giving their address. If we have to attack, recently we had to attack the terrorist camp. We should know where is their location, right? Then only we can attack. Like that, Shri Krishna says, they are your enemies. Understand that they are your enemies. So what we have to do? We have to identify their location. Where is their location? Where is their address? Indriyani Mano Buddhir. They are residing in your sense organs, your mana and your buddhi. That is your mind and your intellect. Asya Dhishthanam Uchyate. This is where they are residing. Etair Vimohayatesha Jnanam Avritya Dehina. Dehinam is a person, is us basically, the ones who are embedded in the body. It is the embodied ones, that is the human beings. So they are what responsible for deluding us. They are confusing us. There is a small story. In short, I will tell you. Once there was a businessman and his camel. They were in a camp. Now it was very hot in the deserts. This is a story. They were sitting inside a camp. The camel was obviously outside. It is very big. It cannot get inside the complete, that camp, that the shelter. So this businessman is this, his owner is sitting inside that. And now this camel, he's feeling very hot. He just puts his neck. Let me put my neck little bit, let me. It's very hot outside. So he just put his neck inside. And this Vyapari, he felt, okay, oh, this small neck, no, come. Then what happened once that neck will, this is very cool. The neck started putting, the camel started pushing his neck. Then this Vyapari says, okay, no problem. And this Vyapari slept off. Gradually, this camel slowly, first his head went inside, then the neck slowly started pushing his entire body, and then this camel gradually he went inside and pushed this Vyapari outside this tent. So this is what the calm and crow do to us. They are entering slowly they are entering and then pushing out all the intellect outside. And what is happening? It is resulting in our own destruction. So what we have to do? This all is the problem. So what we have to do? Shri Krishna explains in the next shloka, and which is very important because it starts with the word tasmat. When Shri Krishna starts anything with the word tasmat, understand that it is an order for us. What he says, tasmat tvamendriyanyadau nihamya bharatarshava पाप्मानं प्रजहिह्येनैष्ण्यानविज्ञाननाशनं तस्मात्. What he says, Indriyani Adau Niyamya. You have to rectify your habits. Which habits? Indriyani. Which Indriyani? Jnanendriyani and Karmendriyani. All your sense organs, you have to what? You have to control. And here God is insisting, what? Papmanam prajahiyenam. What happens? You have to control this calm and krodha. You have to control this calm and krodha because they are the ones who are going to cause you, result in all your sins. Papmanam, you understand that they are sinful. And what do? They jnana vijnana nashanam. They are the destroyer of your jnana. And here the word vijnana refers to your wisdom. Vijnana is applied knowledge, isn't it? So this means applied knowledge is your wisdom. I know what is the right and what is wrong for me, and I apply it. That becomes my vijnana. So here Shri Krishna says, because these calm and krodha are going to, just like how that Vyapari was pushed out of the tent, they are going to push your jnana and vijnana. They are going to, it is going to just completely destroy your knowledge. So you be very careful. What you have to do? You have to control your indriya. You have to control your sense organs. But who is more powerful than the indriya? Indriyas more than your sense organs. It is the mind. Because if my hands are doing something, they are not doing on your own. We are reading Bhagavad Gita. There it is. We are not reading on our own. Our eyes have been ordered by our mind that you have to read the Bhagavad Gita, isn't it? So who is more powerful than the Indriya? It is the mind. Shri Krishna says the same in the next sloka. Indriyani paranyahur indriyebhyah param manaha. Manasastu para buddhir yo buddhe paratastu saha. So this what Shri Krishna has told, that Kam and Krodha are your enemies. They are going to take away all your knowledge. So first what you have to do, you have to control your sense organs. To control the sense organs, what you have to do? Indriyani paranyahur, indriyebhya paran manaha. This indriya, the indriya are they are superior. But who is more superior than these indriya, that is than the sense organs? It is your mind. And what is superior than the mind? Sometimes the mind says, let me skip this class. No, it's okay. What to listen every time? And then the intellect says, no, 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 you have to attend the class. The intellect, our mind, our buddhi, it can control the mind. So, who is superior than the manasastu para buddhir? The intellect is more superior than the mind. And yo buddhe paratastu saha. There is something which is beyond the buddhi. What is that something? The God, the Atman. He is superior than your intellect. So, we are talking about a sequence. These Kama and Krodha are your enemies, and you have to control your Indriya to stay away from them. You have to control with your mind. Your mind is inferior than your intellect, and but now you have to control your intellect. That is also very difficult to control. So, whom we have to call? The one who is superior than the intellect. Who is superior than the intellect? Yo buddhe paratastu saha, the God who is more superior than. So what Shri Krishna says, evam buddhe param buddhva samstabhyatmanamatmanam jahi shatrum mahabaho kamarupan durasadan. What you have to do? Most important, Evam buddhe param buddhva. Understand. Once I know that he is beyond my intellect, what I have to do? I have to just take a refuge in him. Samstabhyatmanamatmana. I have to do what? I have to take help of the one who is superior. Jahi shatrum mahabaho kamarupan durasadam. Only he can control your calm. See, calm is the superior over krodh. Calm is, if you control calm, the krodh, the anger will automatically be controlled. So what Shri Krishna says here, that beyond both this, beyond intellect, is the Paramatma Tattva. What you have to do, you have to take refuge in them. Just to apply your entire intellect at the feet of Shri Krishna, and then what will happen? He will take care of controlling your calm. He will take care. Jahi Shatrum, you will be able to win. You will be able to slay. Jahi means slay. Slay the enemy. You will be able to slay this enemy. Hey Arjun, you will be able to slay this enemy. Who? This Kama Roop enemy. This Kama, which is very difficult to slay. Turasadam. This is very difficult to slay. This enemy is very difficult. But who can do it? Only Shri Krishna can do. Only the Paramatma can do. See, now, if a small country is attacked by its neighboring country, what they will do, the small country will ask help to which country? To the countries which is less powerful them, or to some big boss, big shot, big powerful country. They will say, oh, see, I am being troubled by them. What does our neighboring country do? They cannot fight with us. So what they do, they run here and there. Oh, give us help, give us help, give us help. Because they cannot fight. We go to somebody more powerful, isn't it? So we are not able to control our own mind and intellect. We go to the one who is more powerful. What we say, hey Krishna, I am doing everything for you. Now you take care of my desires. I am doing everything to appease you. There, our calm gets completely destroyed. That is, and now this from Swamiji explains a different perspective around it. In the story, in the Bhagavad, you will see that this Kama was burned by Shivji. Yeah, we all know that story, right? The Kama, when he was trying to influence Shivji, he was burned down. Now his wife started crying that I want my husband back. So Shivji said, oh no, he should not have done this, but okay. Shivji is Bholenath. He said, okay, I am giving you a blessing that this Kama, he will be born as the son of Paramatma, as the son of Shri Krishna. And then he will be born. So the son of Shri Krishna, Pradyumna, is what? He is the reincarnation of Kamadeva. So that way also, if you want to control that, you have to go to the father. Now, Papa ke paas jana padta hai. We say, no, if you don't listen to me, I will. If the child is doing naughty things, we'll say, if you do that, what the teacher will say, if you do like this, I will go and complain to your father. Like that, this karma is creating trouble for us. Who is the Pitaji, Bap of Kam? It is Sri Krishna. So, if we invest our entire intellect in Sri Krishna, it will automatically take care of all the karma within us, and it will automatically address the issue of the krodha also within us. And that way, that the only message is that whatever actions we are doing, offer all your actions as beautiful flowers to the Sri Krishna. When you are worshipping, when we do puja, what we say, in the palette, the most beautiful, without any thought, the most beautiful flower gets picked up to be offered to Sri Krishna. Like that, if I say all my actions are offering to Sri Krishna, what I will do, automatically my actions become good. Automatically, I will do only Satkarma. Automatically, if I will not do bad things, because I want to offer my actions to Sri Krishna, I want to do everything only for appeasing Paramatma. When I say Paramatma, not only Sri Krishna, whoever, Ramji, Durga Devi, whoever is your center of your faith, when you are offering all your actions to them, automatically that karma yoga becomes very, very achievable, and it takes us to the higher liberation. With that, we come to the end of this chapter. Om Tat Saditi Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā Su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyāyā Yoga Shastre Shri Krishnarjuna Samvade Karma-yogo nama tritiyodhyayah. I'm very sorry about timing today, but we had to complete the syllabus. So, Jai Shri Krishna, offering this entire discourse at the lotus feet of Param Puja Gurudev and Shri Krishna himself. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Om Tat Sat. Gurave. Hari Om.
Beautiful, Didi. That was an enlightening session, and you dealt in detail about the last part of third chapter, Karma Yoga, in detail, and everybody has liked it. All are commenting about the excellent Vivechan. Yeah, we will be seeing Vivechans of more chapters in coming sessions. Now it's time for question and answers. I request those who want to ask questions to raise their hands and switch on their cameras and wait for their turn. Yeah. And a reminder to everyone to do some seva in Geeta Pariwar. And you know, next week you have a Geeta Sevi program in English as well as in Hindi. Yeah. Do watch it. Yeah. Okay. So now, yeah, please raise your hands for those who have questions. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, yes. Yudhishthira Pandiji. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sir. Yeah.
So, Didi,
Jai
it is a wonderful explanation, and I was very much afraid of this chapter, but you have made it so lucid that I could understand. But in the last sloka, I had some doubt. You know, you said mind is more powerful than indriyas, and then intellect is more powerful than mind. And then, of course,
No,
then
no.
you said,
Man is
devote
more
everything to the
I'm
let
sorry.
us devote everything to the God, Krishna, isn't it?
No. What I have said is your sense organs, who is more powerful than the sense organ? When I say mind, I actually mean the mana. Mana is more powerful
Okay,
than your
okay.
sense organs. And man se bhi powerful kaun hai? The buddhi. That is the intellect. Because
Intellect.
with the
Yes.
intellect, you can control. See, my mind is saying, mind means mana. Now, it just because of the English word, there is no English word for mana. So we just equate it to mind. So my mana is saying that I want to go and play cricket, but tomorrow is my exam. So my
Yes.
intellect will say, no, you have exam, you cannot play. So it can control your mana. But who is superior than your intellect also? It is the Paramatma who is superior than the intellect. That is what it is.
Okay. But one thing, this karma, how it comes there? Actually, I am little confused of the karma. Is a karma rupaka.
Hmm?
Karma.
Kamarupam Durasadan. Kamarupam Durasadan means the Kamarupi enemy. Kamarupi means the enemy in the form of Kam. It is Durasadam. Durasadam means it is very difficult to conquer.
Okay.
Durasadam. It is difficult to conquer.
Okay. Okay. I got it. So finally, it is everything, devote to God, Krishna. So all the problems will be solved
Yes.
gradually. Isn't it?
If we could devote all our actions, if
Yes,
we
yes,
devote our intellect to Shri Krishna,
yes.
once my intellect is programmed to offer everything to Shri Krishna, automatically my desires, I will have the right desires, I will have the control over my anger, everything.
Thank you so much, Didi. Very nice explanation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Jai Shri Krishna, pranam to you. Satyanarayan Bhaiya.
Didi, Jai Shri Krishna Didi. It is the same thing. I wanted to ask this same 42 only. So about sense organs followed by mind, then is it wisdom or intellect, Didi? Then
It
comes
is it is intellect. Wisdom comes, this is a next part. Wisdom comes from what I know. So I have studied scriptures. So it is wisdom. Wisdom is a advanced level of the intellect, I will say. Everybody is intelligent, but not necessarily wise, right? So it is definitely different. But what here is it is the intellect, and only your intellect will be responsible for your wisdom also gradually. So
that's what I
but
was just
here
thinking.
here buddhi is comprehensive of both. Jnana, Vijnana, Nashanam. Jnana is knowledge, Vijnana is your wisdom. So Jnana, Vijnana, Nashanam. Here when Shri Krishna is talking, it is comprehensive. They both are going for a toss. Okay? Ji, Jai Shri Krishna.
Didi,
Jai Shri Krishna.
thank you, Didi. Very nice explanation you have given. I have got one small doubt.
Ji.
The man, buddhi means mind and intellect. Chitta means what is that, madam? Is it Atma?
Chitta. See, there is a very subtle difference between the Chitta and Atma. So this question has come earlier also. So Chitta is our subtle self. Man is the mind. It is a part of the Prakriti. But Chitta, it is between these. So Chitta also it becomes a Chitta and Man you can equate, but it is not Atma. Atma is a part of the Paramatma. It is not a part of this Prakriti. It is separate from Prakriti, but Chitta or Mana are both a part of this Sharir, of this, they are the part of this body, they become a part of this Prakriti. But Atma is a part of the Paramatma, it is a part of the God within us.
What is the function of Chitta, madam?
Chitta, it is, you can say it is like your Man. It is like your,
Man.
yes, yes.
Because is it man or memory or man
No,
and
not
memory?
memory, not memory, not memory. Memory is the impressions we get. The impressions that create is the memory. It is slightly, there is a very subtle difference. I think I will, try to get a more clear on this, and maybe in the next session, I will try to get more clarity on this. Also,
Okay,
I have
madam.
a
And
next
next
session at
session
8
I would like
o'clock.
to.
I have
Because this
another
I have
session.
been waiting to ask you, and
Yeah,
today
yeah.
I have got an opportunity to
No,
speak
we
to
can
you.
discuss again this in the next session. Actually, I have another session again at 8 o'clock, so I got a little worried about that.
No, madam. Next session.
Sure.
Okay, thank you very much,
Thank
madam.
you so much. Uma ji, Jai Shri Krishna Pranam.
Jai Shri Krishna, Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna.
I know you're getting late. I won't
No,
take a
that's
lot of
okay.
your
No,
time.
that's not an issue.
Your explanation was simply
I was not
splendid.
able.
I don't know how to praise you. Anyway, one small doubt I had. See, people who are in professions like police, soldiers, and people who take care of violence and things like that. See, they may be hurting others physically as a part of their profession. I'm not, suspecting them of doing it, overdoing it, or something like that. But are those things pardonable in the eyes of Shri Krishna?
Yes, because if it is, see, now some people, if a policeman is misusing his power then that is not pardonable. As a part of the job, if it is done, see, for this, I'll give you a small example. The judge has suppose given a verdict that a person has to be hanged because he has done a murder. Now, who does the actual process of hanging? That person in the court, he is doing the hanging. Now, will he be, convicted of committing a murder? No, because he has done it on the order of the judge, right? The one who is the hangman, who is hanging that convict,
I know.
right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he is
Yeah.
not, you can, but if somebody, if, a normal person just goes and, kills somebody, hangs somebody, they will be convicted of a murder. But a person, the hangman, who is, following the orders of the Supreme Court or of the judge, he will not be convicted of a murder. Why? Because it is a part of his job. He's done it on the orders of the judge. And that is a part, that is what is lawful. So whatever is done under the law of the, under the law of your job, that is pardonable. But anything, if that hangman also, without the orders of the judge, if he's going and committing a crime, he will be convicted, right?
Yes, yes, I understand. Thank you so much, Didi. It is such a pleasure to listen to you. I look forward to this day every time,
So Swamiji's kripa.
Thank you so much.
Jai Shri Krishna.
I think all the questions are over. Okay. Didi, thank you. Thank you for the wonderful answers. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you, Didi, for clearing the doubts of our sadhaks. On behalf of Geeta Pariwar and myself, I extend sincere thanks to the technical team consisting of Sandhya, Jairamji, and all those who have been at the backstage for their relentless and efficient efforts in making the session a great success. May I take this opportunity to thank all those who attended this session. Please do continue your Gita sadhana and attend these sessions to enrich your spiritual knowledge. I request Davuluri Shivapriyaji from Hyderabad, who is a homemaker and one who loves cooking, render prayer to thank Bhagavan Krishna. Didi joined Geeta Pariwar in November 2023 and completed all levels and is giving seva as tech. May we all thank Bhagavan Krishna and Geeta Pariwar for giving us this wonderful opportunity. Didi, please.
Jai Shri Krishna, Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna.
From Hyderabad. Jai Shri Krishna.
योगेशं सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं. Jai Shri Krishna, Didi. Thank you for the opportunity, Didi. Thank you so much.
Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you for the sweet rendition, Didi. Now it's time for Hanuman Chalisa recital, and I request you all to be part of this recitation. Didi, Hanuman Chalisa, please.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारी बरन रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि करहु कलेस विकार. जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र ध्वजा विराजय कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजय शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगबंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही समभाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीना तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होतन आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपै तीनों लोक हाकते कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवै महावीर जब नाम सुनावै नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावै मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावै सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावै सोई अमित जीवन फल पावै चारों जुग प्रताप तुम्हारा तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नो निधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावै जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावै। अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटई मिटई सब पीरा जो सुमिरई हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूटहि बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़ हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय।
Thank you all for being there to receive Hanumanji's blessings. May the knowledge gained today make our week ahead brighter and more beautiful. We shall see you back on another enlightening session next week. Till then, Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. Mala Didi, thank you for your beautiful
Jai
session.
Shri Krishna Didi, thank you so much. Thank you so much.